show you off in the Lambos out on Collins. I be
Hello friends, welcome to Everything You Need. Now in this video, let us know about intrinsic impedance of a free space for propagation of EM waves, that is electromagnetic waves. First of all, what is intrinsic impedance? Intrinsic impedance describes the magnitude of the magnetic and electric field present in the free space. When there is a current carrying conductor that in a free space, intrinsic impedance says about magnitude of electric and magnetic field in the free space, in that field, in the propagation term. Now let us solve for E by H, as it is represented by E by H. Let us solve them using from Maxwell equations. Maxwell equations. Before solving, we must know some basic terms or some basic assumptions that we must take to calculate these terms. In a plane wave propagating in x direction, let us take a charge that is propagating in x direction. So the differential terms dou by dou y in the y direction would be is equal to 0, and dou by dou z, differentiation with respect to z for that term, would be is equal to 0, as there is no term or it not propagating in those directions. And Ex and Hx, that is electric field intensity and magnetic field intensity in the directions of propagation, would be is equal to 0, as we have considered it is propagating in x direction. Electric field and magnetic field in the x direction would be is equal to 0. These are the basic and fundamental assumptions that we must consider. Now let us solve for electric field and magnetic field terms separately. That is, for electric field terms, let us take from the Maxwell's second equation, del cross E is equal to minus dou V by dou T. We know that del cross E could be solved as Ax, Ay, Az, dou by dou x, dou by dou y, and dou by dou z. Ex, as this is E, Ex, Ey, Ez, and this term minus, as we know that B is equal to mu naught H from our basic terms, that would be is equal to mu naught, as it is a constant, multiplies outside with a minus sign, dou H by dou T with a minus sign. Now as we know that it is propagating in x direction, Ex is equal to 0, and dou y and dou z would be is equal to 0. That is Ax, Ay, Az, dou by dou x 0, 0, Ex 0, sorry, this term would be 0, and Ey, Ez. Now this could be is equal to, as we are componenting these terms, H would also have components in those directions, that is minus mu naught dou by dou T of Hx and Ax in the unit vector, Hy, Ay unit vector in the direction, Hz, Az. As we know that Hx would be is equal to 0, this term would be is equal to 0. So let us write next, that is, this could be solved as dou by dou x of Ez in minus direction Ay plus dou by dou x into Ey Az. This could be is equal to minus mu naught, as this term would be is equal to 0, dou by dou t of Hy Ay plus Hz Az. Now let us equate the Ay terms and Az terms separately. That is Ay terms, Az terms, for our better realization. That is dou by dou x of Ez. As this is in Ay direction, Ay both have minus signs and minus sign would get cancelled. That is dou by dou x of Ez is equal to mu naught dou Hy by dou t, and Az terms would be dou by dou x of Ey is equal to minus mu naught dou Hz by dou t. Now let us solve for the terms in the H, Hy and Hx. That is del cross H is equal to J plus dou d by dou t from the Maxwell first equation, which has the magnetic field as a term. Now del cross H could be solved as Ax, Ay, Az, dou by dou x, dou by dou y and dou by dou z, Hx, Hy and Hz, plus, as this is in the free space, J would be is equal to 0 in free space. So dou by dou t of, as this is in the D, we know that D is equal to epsilon naught E. Epsilon naught is a constant, so epsilon naught would come out and E would stay here. Now as we know that in propagating direction, dou by dou x would only left and dou by dou y and dou by dou z would is equal to 0, and Hx would be is equal to 0, as these are propagating in x direction. So let us apply them. That is Ax, Ay, Az, dou by dou x 0, 0, 0, Hy and Hz. This could be equal to, and we compensate these terms, that is epsilon naught into dou by dou t of Ex, Ax, Ey, Ay plus Ez, Az. This term would be is equal to 0, as this is the next direction. That implies this could be solved as minus dou by dou x of Hz Ay plus dou by dou x of Hy Az would be is equal to epsilon naught, and these terms, this would be is equal to 0. So dou by dou t of Ey, Ay plus Ez, Az. Now let us take out the terms of Ay and Az separately. That is Ay terms, Az terms, minus dou by dou x of Hz Ay term. This in the term of this epsilon naught dou by dou t of Ay is equal to epsilon naught dou by dou t of Ey, and in Az terms dou by dou x of Hy is equal to epsilon naught dou Ez by dou t. This is my equation 3, equation 4. Now let us solve further. Now let us take an assumption, that is, let us take Ey is equal to f1 of x minus vt. From this, let us differentiate on both sides with respect to t. Dou Ey by dou t is equal to dou by dou t of f1 of x minus vt. as we know, we want every term to be in the same terms of its internal terms. So dou by dou t of Ey is equal to dou by dou f1 of x minus vt divided by dou by dou of x minus vt and multiply dou of x minus vt, and this term dou by dou t would come here. As we subtract these two terms, this could be is equal to before equation, so no problem, multiply and divide it by. Now let us take this whole term as minus f1 of v, minus f1, and this term as v, that is dou by dou t of Ey is equal to minus f1 of v. Now substitute this Ey, this dou by dou t of Ey in Ay terms, as we have find out that Ay terms in this equation. Let us apply them in these equations or in these equations, any one of them. That is, in the magnetic field terms, dou by dou x of Hz is equal to epsilon naught dou Ey by dou t, but we know that dou Ey by dou t is equal to minus f1v, that is minus dou by dou x Hz would be is equal to minus epsilon naught f1 of v, minus minus would cancel, that is dou by dou x of Hz is equal to, we must know that v is equal to 1 by square root of mu naught into epsilon. So that could be written as dou by dou x of Hz is equal to square root of epsilon naught by mu naught into f1. So to remove these differentiations, let us integrate them on both sides. Integrate on both sides with respect to, as this is in the differentiation with respect to x, and by integrating on both sides, Hz is equal to square root of epsilon naught by mu naught, and in differentiation would get cancelled here, but integration would come here, that is f1 of d1 of x. But we know that, let us solve it first. Hz is equal to square root of epsilon naught by mu naught, integration of f1 f dash would result f, as this is with respect to x, dx would cancel, that is Hz is equal to, but we know that in the previous assumptions this could be is equal to f, which is f dash would is equal to Ey, but as we have only f, so this would be is equal to Ey, that is square root of epsilon naught by mu naught and Ey. Let us take the Ey term in this diagram, that is xz by Ey is equal to square root of epsilon naught by mu naught. As we need E by H condition, so reverse the equation, that is Ey by Hz is equal to mu naught by epsilon naught. This is our needed term, E by H, or intrinsic impedance. Intrinsic impedance for a term propagating in x direction. Now let us solve by substituting this mu naught term. As you know, mu naught is equal to 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7, and epsilon naught is equal to epsilon naught would be is equal to 1 by 36 pi into 10 to the power of 9. That is Ey by Hz would be is equal to 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7 divided by 1 by 36 pi into 10 to the power of 9. By solving, we will get that Ey by Hz would be is equal to 120 pi ohms. These are the intrinsic impedance for E by H in propagating in x direction. As those are propagating in x direction, these terms are in y and z terms. Now let us find the relation between E and H. That is, prove that E and H are perpendicular to each other. We know that electric field, magnetic field would be perpendicular to each other with a 90 degrees angle. So let us prove them. Let us take E dot H, that is Ex Hx plus Ey Hy plus Ez Hz. We know that in x direction, a charge traveling in x direction would have Ex and Hx would be is equal to 0. So this term would be is equal to 0. So E dot H is equal to Ey Hy plus Ez Hz. But we know that from intrinsic impedance, Ey by Hz would be is equal to mu naught by epsilon naught. When we reverse this equation, Hz by Ey could be is equal to minus times mu naught by epsilon naught. Let us write them. That is square root of mu by epsilon naught Hz in the place of, let us take this Hz in this shape and write Ey in the place of this equation, and Hy minus, let us take Ey in this term and write in the Hz term, that is minus square root of mu naught by epsilon naught into Ey in the place of Hz and multiplied by Ez. This could be is equal to 0, that is E dot H could be is equal to 0. We know that dot product, as this E dot H dot product of two vectors, as these are propagating in directions, so these are vectors. Dot product of two vectors is equal to 0 only when they are perpendicular to each other, that is perpendicular to each other, that is angle between them theta is equal to 90 degrees. So we found that E is perpendicular to H in this way by using the intrinsic impedance. Thank you for watching. That's it for this video. Like, share and subscribe to Everything You Need. Thank you.